tight. So I've got the screens right here, ready to go. 6 colors. So what I'm gonna do first is, well, I think I'm gonna put tape on it. So I have this tape I bought. Before I was using this blue tape that I was buying at a tools place where they sell tools, and it costed like $3.50. And these are actually like, you can get it around $5-6. This one I actually bought for $6 in Sacramento. I forgot what the name of the place is. I think it's like NorCal Screen Supply, but it was $6. But I think it lasts longer because the tape is thinner. So this one that was $6, it was actually thicker than the $4 one I bought at McLogan's. And it's actually a little stickier, which could be a bad thing and a good thing, but so far I've used this one and I really like it. So I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to using blue tape, because when you start cleaning with the screen opener, the blue kind of comes off, and since it's paper, it grabs on the ink, so it's harder to clean. With these, it's easier to clean because it's I don't know what it's made out of, but it's the ink wipes right off. And also, if you want to take off the tape, it doesn't rip, and it's easy to come off because the stickiness is like perfect. This one doesn't have a brand, but this white tape is definitely the way to go if you're screen printing, and I'm never gonna look back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape off every corner. All right, so I really pull this like to go from side to side, and then what I do is I kind of like fold it in half a little bit like this, and then let me show you guys. I make sure that it's pressed on in the bottom first. So I fold it in half, and I just make sure it's flat where I want it, and then what I do is I just get my fingers and I press it down right here real tight, and then you like press it up to the edge, and then I flatten it out like this with my finger. Sometimes it's not gonna come out too perfect, but you know, we just make sure you just get it on there. It's not gonna be all the way to the middle. And it's harder to rip too, so if you hit it with the squeegee, it's not gonna rip because it's not paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest here. So you get it, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, like folding it like this, because at first when I was doing it, I kind of sucked at it, but now I'm pretty good at it. So it just takes a little bit of practice, like everything or anything. There it is. And also, like a lot of times when it gets stuck together, it comes right off, so it doesn't ruin the tape. You could actually take it off from each other. And the thing about it, this tape, since it costed more money, I kind of was scared to buy it because I was like, I'm gonna just stick to what I've always been using because it's cheaper. But you don't really count like the headaches and like, you know, like I said, it rips and then it's harder to take off. And also, it seems like you get more tape, so it's actually it evens itself off just like in the quantity, but also like what it's good for. You're better off buying this tape. So I'm sure a lot of us spend more money on eating out or on it, you know, it's like going out or even buying a beer. You know, you're better off investing into your business. Yeah. So we got this one done. We'll do the next one. And a lot of times also like especially with like inks. You're better off buying a good brand or good quality of ink than trying to save money on other inks, because you could always thin it down with soft hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the screens real fast. Bam! There it is. All of them are done now. So what we do now is we're gonna get some light source. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the screen up to the light, and then we're gonna see if there's any pinholes, which this one doesn't really have pinholes. You gotta look real closely, so you're gonna have to put your eye close to it. So if there's any pinholes, what you could use is, I bought this, it's called a Blackout Pen. It's from I got this one from McLogan's, and you just like, it's like a pen. It has like a little ballpoint. So you just like scratch off the old it's kind of like a blackout. So it's like, if you don't have this, you could use like a little I use like a little business card corner, and I use I used to have this blackout, and also if you don't have that, you could use emulsion. So you pin all the little holes. So you pin all you cover all the little holes from that you can see from the light in the back. And what I like about this pen, this Blackout pen, is that it dries fast. This Blackout pen, when you put the pin on there, it dries like a second, like or two, no more than like 5. That's what I really like about it, because it makes it easier, it makes it faster, and if you're already screen printing and there's a hole in the bottom of your screen, you can just go and dab it with this, and it will dry up fast. You can like hit it with your thumb and get all the thickness of it, and then if there is any thickness, and it'll dry like this, and you can keep on printing. So that's what I really like about this pen. This was also like I said, I was like kind of like contemplating, should I buy this pen, because it was like $9, and you know, I could just use my motion, you know, instead of using this, or I could use this. I bought this Blackout when I first started screen printing, and it's from Milano. It's called Screen Filler. I don't know, it's like, well, the light's not working, but it's like a big bottle that it didn't cost that much, so it lasted me a long time. So, but I don't know, I like the pen a lot because it's faster, and it saves a lot of time. So those $9, it's really worth it, because I've used it a few times already and it's still running, and those $9, you can make it fast when you're printing for people and you have orders. So don't be cheap spending money on good inks, tapes, you know, spray adhesive, screen openers, you know, emulsion. It's all worth it if you're doing good work, you know. So you know, a tip, you know, don't be cheap on yourself and spend on your good products. Okay. After we're done covering up all the little pinholes, what we do next is we always use this clear tape. It's just like you get the 99-cent store, you get like 4 for $1. Comes in real handy. So we go ahead and block out all the registration marks, and also where I wrote out the letter of the color. You always want to make sure you use clear tape, because we need to see through it so we could register our artwork onto the print. So you just gotta just cover it up completely. So I'm gonna go ahead and put tape on all of them. All of them, but the first one, I always like aligning all the artwork. Is the white base, and like I said, this is how I do it. There's people that do it different ways, actually. And this was it just works for me. This is how I do it. Cause I see people doing it in the on the automatic machines, and they like actually printing onto it. Which I could show you guys how that's done also, where they print it and they put like something something on top of the first color itself, so you can see where it hits all the time. So if they need to move it, it's not the color, it doesn't get on the garment. That's like on some other video. I'm gonna go ahead and cover everything, all the registration. So like I said, we do not well, I made it as a habit to always print the alignment on the cloth with the white base, because usually all the artwork that we do, or the prints that we do, we start with the white base because we print on black t-shirts a lot. So we don't cover this up because we are going to we're going to align it first. So don't put tape under it after we print it on the cloth. Okay. And what I like well, how it's done, remember we aligned it right down the middle when we put the transparencies onto the screen. So we make sure it registers down the middle. And since we already did it ahead of time, it's gonna clamp on real even right there. So it's real good to go. So since we're gonna use this one first, we're gonna go ahead and clamp it down. So this one was ready to go, so you could start printing the sample, because it's aligned down the middle, and then we're gonna get all the screens to do the same. So now that we got that, we're gonna just put the rest of the screen. So that was the first one. So there was one actually before that one. So I'm gonna take off this one because we're using all 6 colors. So I'm gonna take out this logo screen that I already had up. Take it down, put it to the side, and since that was the second one, I'm gonna go ahead and put the first one before it. But I'm not gonna try to align it. Well, I'm gonna just put it in there, like maybe kind of line it, but not really, because we need the registrations on the white base to make sure they all print equally or registered. So that's one. Then we got the second one, which is the white base, and then we put the third one up, which is the gold. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're not registering it till after we print the white base. Alright, so doesn't even have to grab on that good, just make sure it's on there. And then we get the fourth one, which is the red. And after we clamp them down, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is make sure I have enough inks, and then put some ink on here and get the right size squeegees that we will need, so you could just start aligning it and then start printing them right away. And that's all part of the setup process. That's why you want to charge decently for your time and work, because the setup includes the artwork, the transparencies, the emulsion, the burn, the tape ups, the pinholes, and the alignment, and then afterwards cleaning it. So the setup takes time, sometimes more time than printing up a few shirts. So you always want to make sure you're pricing up your setups correctly. I don't do free screen setups. That's for sure. There's people that do, but it only works out if you're printing like easily like at least 100 shirts or so, even 2. And you gotta be pricing the printing real reasonable, where you're actually making a profit. So if you're not charging setups, more than likely you have to charge more on your printing. So you have to figure that out. Maybe I'll do a video in the future about, you know, pricing. But there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and put the inks on there. So this one, I'm not gonna go ahead and put ink on it yet because it's actually white, and then I'm gonna use like a little yellow. So this might be a little too tricky. So if you're like a beginner printer, don't really try something like this unless it's like a little farther away. So this has to like be real technical. So I'm gonna figure that out. Just trying to save a screen, and also I wanna not use halftones. So that's gonna work out like that. But I'm gonna do that after I already align them and I'm already printing them. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get a screen opener, and this is a brand new one because I don't want to have any clumps or get the shirts dirty. So just make sure we shake it up real nice. Shake it up more than enough. And then when you spray it all the way down, like, because then the more, if you do it like halfway, it's gonna like gather up like adhesive right here, and it's gonna shoot out like little sprinkles or little droplets. You don't want droplets, you want mist. And there it is, easy as that. And then we're gonna go ahead and get a practice shirt. This is an old shirt I used to wear, and I just cut it up, and I'm printing the back inside of it, like the sleeves and the sleeves, and then the front print and the neck and all that. I used it for rags to clean ink or things around the shop, but the back, since it doesn't have a print, I used it, and luckily it covers everything, which is what we need. So we're gonna go ahead and print the white. Just gonna get the squeegee. Connect the flash to make sure you dry it while it heats up, and go ahead and swipe it thoroughly, one flood and then one swipe. Sometimes I do it more just to make sure it's opened up and it's grabbing on. And you always want to make sure you have a squeegee wide enough to cover everything. So we got that right there. That's the white base. And as you can see, it has the micro registrations. The middle one and the ones on the side. So we're gonna go ahead and now we're gonna now that we have it aligned, and while the heater's the flash is heating up, we're gonna go ahead and tape the bottom of the screen. So when we start printing them, it doesn't get the registrations on the good shirts. Alright, so I went ahead and I aligned all the screens, and I put this squeegee with the ink on there. The Sprite says squeegee. This one already has the white, we already swiped. The gold, the red, black, they're all aligned to the registrations. And then with this one, I made like something, little experimentation, and I think it's pretty interesting because I use that white tape, so the yellow and the white don't get contaminated, and the tape grabs on real good, so it's not gonna go under. And I can just swipe the yellow and then get the white. Well, I don't know if this one really mattered much, but I just put it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get a squeegee to swipe it like this, and then the yellow. So it should be pretty cool. All right, let's start printing them. Let's print this bad boy right here. Probably gonna print it here. So maybe make sure it's aligned there. Alright, so I'm gonna speak less and then just watch me print. So this one's the white, ready to go. And this here is the gold. Very nice, huh? So I'm gonna go ahead and do the next color, which is the red. So this here is the red. Looks nice, huh? And actually, since the yellow, it was a lot of ink, and it was a little warm. When I swiped the red, it popped. It went. You know, I'm pretty sure some of you get that. It didn't clog up the screen, but it kind of like I got a little bit of I'll show you guys. I got a little bit of residue of yellow on there. So in order for that not to happen as much, we use the silicone spray. Silicone spray it stops the colors from grabbing onto each other. So you'll have like less clogged screens, and you'll have less of that pop. So that's just a little screen printing tip for you. So we're gonna go ahead and do the next color, which is the yellow and the white. So we're gonna go ahead and do the yellow. And you can see the little difference. Actually, that yellow gold, it could be like a little bit more orangey, but I kind of like sticking to the gold we use for a lot of things. That's like our dab gold. So I'll see how it looks on the black shirt, and if it doesn't really like pop out as much as to the lemon yellow, I might add a little bit of orange, which I think we might have one. We call it like the Wu-Tang gold, which has a little bit of orange, which is not orange, because I don't want it to be orange. I want it to be like gold, but I might use the Wu-Tang orange for that. I ended up mixing the Wu-Tang orange because the Wonder, she wanted her buzz to be like the Wu-Tang gold, which is a little bit orangey, so I call it the golden orange. And that right there made the white pop. Sometimes if I'm aligning them real fast, I spray the silicone spray under the next color, which is it's not ever a bad idea to put silicone spray under the screens. And then what I do also, so it doesn't grab on or it doesn't clog up or it cools it down, I spray the silicone spray onto the garment. I don't even use silicone spray that much, but you can't leave your screen print shop without it. You definitely need it. Which I kind of printed many years without it, and I always had that problem. So I'm saving you guys a lot of years of headaches. So we're gonna go ahead and print the black now, which is gonna cut the whole design. And there it is. That's real nice, huh? It's the black. Can't wait to see how it looks on a black shirt. Sometimes you want to add like some soft hand, especially if you're using two white bases, so your prints are not as thick, because you don't want those bulletproof prints, because then you start sweating in the summer. People don't like wearing them like that. That's why some people prefer discharge, you know. But check out this design, the 2L backwoods. Or 2L woods. 2L woods design. Check out the quality. I'm putting on a black shirt next. Crisp, huh? Crisply. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and print it on a black shirt, and I'll show you guys how it looks. So here is how the design ended up coming out. I had it on. Pretty nice size, no? This is how we print the 2 backwoods design. Brought to you from 2 Clothing. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like and comment. And if you want to support, buy yourself a shirt, any kind of shirt you like. It'll help me do some more videos and keep me alive, keep on surviving. Alright, peace.